All right, guys. It's time to see.
One Terran, one dream to make a comeback whilst down 2-0 in a best of 5 against Ultralisks. Hailing from the country of Bitterballen, Stroopwafel, and the Red Light District, he's Uthermal. And facing off against him, a man so good at StarCraft he's not even playing as himself. Give it up for Serral / Expert Scarlet / On Fire Ting Neeb.
Shout out to my boy Kukalis in the chat. I agree. Jadong had some really good Ling micro that last game. As looked unstoppable. Unstoppable. So he's gonna go hatch first, because this is a 4-player map. Uthermal ain't going to cheese him this game. Thankfully. That's important. That matters. So this is one of those maps where it's a little less common. And I love that Uthermal does the Bjorn wall. I figured with how many people watch Bjorn, sometimes I do this when I'm laddering and streaming my own gameplay, which by the way, y'all should check out, because, you know, just letting you all know. I stream ladder. I'm a 5400 MMR Terran. Hashtag plugging myself during my own cast. All right, so come watch me stream. It's fun. It's good times. All right. All we do is just fuck around and meme, so come say hi. And with that being said, it's Crossbond Frost. Statistically, this favors Zerg. But by this point, I'm sure most of you out there who are watching this just to watch it are probably upset that I keep talking about Zerg being better than Terran. If you could just kindly send a tweet at Serral and say, hey, can you stop being so good and making your race look so good in this match? I'm sure he would let someone a little worse than him play, you know. Maybe instead of sending a laser, to get his Postmates for him, he'll send like no regret, you know. And then Uthermal's pretty good against Ling all-ins, right? So maybe that's a world where everything's a bit better. But I gotta say, it's been a very beautifully played game by Serral. This match has been perfect. Uthermal has hit him from every possible direction, non-stop, attacking, hacking and whacking and smacking and chopping that meat. And Serral's just like, mate, just leave the game. And that's pretty much what Uthermal's done the last few games. So, Elder Balam subscribed. Thanks, dog. Thank you, base god. Well, yeah. So, yeah, I love this wall. Whenever I do this wall, people are like, why do you do this? I'm like, don't more of you guys watch Bjorn than me? Bjorn does this every game. It's a good wall. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because you could have your depots raised and rally Marines in or out of your base without them getting stuck. And that's a beautiful thing. If your reactor is in the middle, where most people put it, not only is it still vulnerable to a Baneling bust, just like this is, but you can't rally Marines out of your base, which means you have to lower your depots, which means you're more susceptible to a counterattack if you're rallying out of your base with something like Hellions in the early game. That's just my quick explanation of why it's so good. But Nate, there's more available for a Baneling bust. I'm sorry, I haven't watched Bronze League Heroes in a while. People still Baneling bust in this game? So Reaper's going to the bottom. There are enough Marines here to deal with this. The Ling's just like, tap that ass, and then they get out. And that SCV is just doing whatever. It's all good. So Serral's opening the same way pretty much every game. And I know you're going to say, Nate, he went pool first on Apotheosis. Look, I'm the expert here, okay? He opened pool first so he wouldn't die to Reaper cheese, but he did the same shit, okay? He took a third base, and then he went for a Roach Warren and +1 Carapace. And that's exactly what he's going to do this game. And this Reaper continues to dance around, but it's not that big of a deal. He's just moving around, still chilling. And yeah, Reaper's dancing. Boom! I hate Reaper grenades. They trigger me. Reaper grenades are fun when there's one or two, but then you get like a whole crowd of them, you know? It's like that attractive 6-foot-tall guy that weighs like 160, he's ripped, and he makes the fedora and trench coat look good. But then, you know, you get a bunch of people starting to dress like that, and you're like, no, God, no. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about Reapers.
Support made and helped
Wow.
StarCraft.
Thank you, Scheistroff. Dankeschön. So yeah, it's +1 Carapace. It's gonna go Lair, Roach Speed, Roach Ravager into a couple of Infestors to stop the big attack. And then probably into Ultras. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Thank you, King Sack, for the sub. Getting the love. I appreciate it. And as you guys can see, Roaches, without that +1 Carapace advantage, they actually aren't that good against Sim Marines. He got the Marauder, but he needed that +1. And this attack came at a really nice time. He got some great focus fire down into those Roaches. And the biggest thing is that now he's building Lings and Roaches. And if you really think about it, it's like, well, Nate, he didn't kill the drones. Yeah. But now he has to replace the Roaches and Lings. So that's larva he could have otherwise spent only building drones had he not lost those Roaches. So, all, everything comes back into a circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all comes, it's like a giant circle, not jerk, but, I don't know, like a back rub, it's just like, how'd the Reaper get in there? Oh, well, he's dead. Rip. So another double medevac drop's gonna move out. Uthermal is getting an armory. Look how beautifully timed this armory is. Please get 2-2 before Ultralisks are on the map this game, Uthermal. I love you. I love you. Calvinio. So he's got the south tower, but that's a lot of Roaches. And the setup here, so Lings are going for the counter. There's no third base taken for Uthermal. He's floating it out without turning it into an orbital, so missing out on some energy, but he's going to be sad to see as these Marines are routed from this third base location. It's going to be pretty sad to see that there's an Overlord taking a shit on his third, so he can't take that base. Meanwhile, these Marines are still running. And he could load this medevac up. I mean, there's no fourth for the Zerg, so I just want you guys to know that 3 base versus 2 is not the worst thing in the world. So Uthermal's still putting on an adequate amount of pressure. But it's all about stopping the momentum. Look at these 2 medevacs. They're empty. All these queens run over. They're like, oh my god, get the medevacs. There's nothing in the medevacs. He's like, ha! It was a ruse. It was a clever ruse, and now I'm in your main base. And there's still Roaches there, so he's just going to go away. And now there's still an Overlord pooping there, but he's going to be able to take this base eventually. And of the decoy medevacs, only one of them makes it out. That's kind of against the point of the decoy, but he tried. Let's see. Uthermal is going to do it. Just do it. There we go. Orbital. Orbit. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. So now he's going to have his third base ready to rock and roll. And, oh, beautiful Marine positioning. That drone's like, let's go build a 4th base. No. No. Go back. Oh. Is he going to miss his chance to deny? Yeah. Okay. And the Lings. Uh-oh. Put the Marine in the bunker. Get to the bunker. Go. Oh, okay. That's also acceptable. If he made these into Banelings, though. Well, he hasn't built a Baneling nest. He got his Baneling nest after his Ultralisk Cavern in, like, the last 2 games. So I guess I can't blame him for not being worried about... I can't blame him, right? I probably don't have to worry about Banelings if this guy waits till, he's got tier 3 fully upgraded before he gets Banelings. These Lings get a few SCVs, but I like the bunker a lot. Marines are going to dodge in. They're going to dodge, duck, dive, and dodge. But Liberator gets inside here. 5 kills on my hombre. And if he brings that medevac over... Oh, nope. 4 Widow Mines. 21 drones. I feel bad for a laser. Serral taking some big hits now. And finally, Uthermal building some momentum. I think he realized he does not actually want to lose this match 3-0, which, well, that just makes sense. He's like, you know what, guys? I probably shouldn't just lose 3-0. Let's kick some more ass than we did the last few games. And this drop's going to hit. There's only, I mean, if he moves in quickly enough, he could actually kill the Ultra Cavern. And that's a cash money snipe. And that's a magic number. Get it? Yes! Okay, denies the Ultra Cavern. He's shooting the Roaches. They're going to push him back, but delaying that Ultra Cavern, that is so crucial. And look, oh! Pew, 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 pew. Don't mess with the man with the gun. Or the lady with the rocket. And these Liberators are going to back that ass up. Now, Uthermal, I hope you've remembered that this guy doesn't build a Spire until the game is so over for you that building Liberators doesn't help you anymore. So please, for the love of God, get a second starport faster. If I had one wish. It also, +1 missile. Get +1 attack for the Liberators. In case you guys didn't know, +1 attack for Liberators lets them 2-shot Queens, which would help with all this harass he's doing. And the Marines are going to drop inside here. They're poking at some Overlords. They're really not getting a whole lot done. 3 medevacs worth of units on the south side, but that's where the most of the Roaches and the Ravagers are. But there's still a lot of Marines and Marauders on the north side. They're going to move in towards the third base. Queen down, drone down. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Ripping this base apart. 29 drones have fallen. And Uthermal is really leaning into him here as he moves into the fourth base. Still has the medevacs here to help reinforce these Marines. Not dead just yet. 37 drones have died in the making of this film. Call PETA, because Uthermal is slaughtering this endangered Zerg species that is slowly bleeding out here on Frost. 4th command center has just now begun. We have window mines. Chitinous is on the way. But you know what all of this madness did, guys? You know what it did? It allowed Uthermal to get an upgrade advantage for the first time in this fucking match. He's got 3-3 on the way. Only 1-2 is done for Serral. That means these Ultras are actually going to melt like Philadelphia cream cheese on a hot toasted bagel. And I really, really could go for bagel right now. Ultra, oh, he's going to kill it. Rip GG. Uthermal, God confirmed. Uthermal, God confirmed. Fucking wrecked.